This is the lesson video for Chapter 2, Part 2. Now we go to the second section of this chapter. Execute a basic select statement. It has three subsections: the primary select statement, syntax rules, SQL expressions, and operators. Now we go to single quotes. Here I have an example that has some text from the dual table, and we have a single quote at the beginning and a single quote at the end. Alright, so that runs correctly. Here I have another example with a quote at the beginning and a single quote at the end. Now if we want to use a quote between the L and the S, we run this SQL statement. It's already signaling me that it's going to give me an error message. So yeah, it gave me an error message. So the error messages, you're going to get them in the query results, and the error messages are going to give you a description of what you did. Right? So we're trying to troubleshoot some mistake that you have. Read the text in the query results, and it can help you figure out what you did. So in order to get this fixed, if we must have a quote between the L and the S, we add an extra quote. So here we add the extra quote, and we get our single quote or apostrophe S in our text. So again, we have a quote at the beginning, single quote at the end, and two quotes if we want to use a quote within our text. Alright. So here I have everything highlighted, all the quotes highlighted. Now we go to the null concept. The null concept is basically no data in the fields in the database. It's not a zero, it's not a space, it's empty. So let's go look at a table that has null values. So I'm in the employees table, I'm in the data, I'm in the data tab. I click on employees in my file explorer. I'm in my HR schema. I click on the employees. Let me just minimize all of these. Alright, so my employees table, I'm in my data, and I have all my columns, and if I go to commission %, I have null values. Again, this means it's not a zero, it's not a space, it's empty, nothing. Alright, so when you have a record is a line that has a null value. That means nothing inside this field. Okay, so those are null. That's a null concept. In the data structure, you will see the columns that can be null. So if I go to the describe employees to get the structure, I can see the columns that can be null. Alright. So the first name can be null. Employee ID cannot be null. So, and so on and so on. Email cannot be null. So every employee must have an email. Okay. So now we go to foreign keys and nullable columns. Databases are related. So here we have employee ID, and we have employees table, and we have department ID. So if we go to the departments, we link these two tables together through department ID, alright, in the employees table, and department ID in the departments table. That's how we join our data together. So if we look at the employees table, we have an employee. I think it's more than one. Well, this employee here doesn't have a department ID, has nothing, has a null for department ID. So that means this employee is not tied to a department. Okay, this becomes an issue when you're trying to join employees and departments table, right? When you join the departments to departments, you're going to get, you join it by the department ID, and you can get a department name, manager ID, and location ID. Alright. Again, when you join tables and they have a null value for the field that you need to join them, and it can become an issue. We'll go back to the employees, and we go back to looking at that employee doesn't have a department. Okay, doesn't have a department ID because they have a null value for this field. Alright, that concludes our presentation for chapter 2. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and thank you for watching. This is the end for the lesson video for chapter 2, part 2.